move on to the persuasive appeals part. Like I said, this is going to be super clip heavy. I'm going to get through the part where I'm talking relatively quickly, but feel free to stop me if you want me to kind of go over something again. So persuasive appeals, just to start, anybody know what persuasive appeals are? Yes?
Aren't they like things that you can find in like articles or advertising that connects to the reader?
Yeah, yeah.
Like emotion and, you know,
Exactly. Yep. It's, yeah, any kind of appeal that is meant to persuade the reader to feel a certain way. And like you mentioned, you see them in like advertisements, you see them in articles. Anybody think of a commercial that has like a specific appeal? Like a commercial that's meant to make you feel sad? Yes? Yes. And I'm assuming most of you are hearing like the same song in your head right now and seeing like the same sad candles and pages. Yeah, that's probably like one of the most blatant and effective uses of like pathos as you can imagine, because everybody sitting at home at 1 o'clock in the morning seeing that on their television set wants to run off to the humane society and adopt every pet. Although that also gets to another issue with persuasive appeals is how effective is it? Because how many of you saw those commercials and then how many of you actually went to the humane society and saved the sad puppies before they got killed? Honestly. Yeah. So advertisers use them. They're not always effective, but they're effective in getting the response, like the emotional response or the logical response. So persuasive appeals, like you said, logos equals pathos. Not going to get into like a ton of the history. Aristotle, sometime back in the ancient Greek days, I'm a history minor, but I don't do dates really, came up with these appeals. And they are logos, which is an appeal to logic. It's basically any appeal that kind of gets the audience to say, yes, that makes sense. Like that is a rational sort of argument for what you're trying to get me to do. Ethos is more of an appeal to credibility. It's saying, I'm an expert in this, or you should listen to this person who is an expert in this, or that you respect for whatever reason. Classrooms, you find ethos a lot, just literally like this format. Like, you guys are students, you're sitting at the desk, I'm up here standing here, because I'm up here standing, like, at least initially, as of the first day, you might think, like, he probably knows what he's talking about. And I might change your mind about that over the course of the class, but, like, you'll at least start off with that impression of, like, this person knows what they're talking about. And they mentioned in Backpacks versus Briefcases, like, that's one of those things that you sort of do as part of a rhetorical analysis. When you're, like, walking into a new situation, is you're analyzing different things. Like, little secret, I don't wear a blazer all the time. I wear a blazer when I'm teaching, because it makes me feel like a teacher. It's like, it's a simple little thing that makes me feel more comfortable and kind of sends this message of like, if somebody else walks into the classroom, who's the person who I should talk to about something? Probably me. Again, you ran into me on campus yesterday. I was wearing a blazer. I was dressed pretty much the same as I dress. It's just like a shirt instead of a blazer. So there's a lot of different ways to kind of like establish ethos. I went to a presentation this weekend, not my choice. One of the speakers made a point of mentioning several times that he was a well-respected editor of 2 scientific journals. He mentioned this probably about 8 times in 30 minutes. That is him continuously trying to reinforce and establish ethos, as well as being super arrogant and cocky about like, I'm an expert. It was really annoying. And then there's pathos. Pathos is an appeal to emotion. Sad puppy video. It basically is telling the audience, you should feel a certain way about this. It's not always a negative emotion, it's not always to make you sad. Picture like an Axe body spray commercial, where it's a guy who's walking on the street, he might be like a nerdy guy, and then he sprays on the Axe, and tons of hot women flock to him. You want that to happen to you, so you are likely to go out and buy Axe, because Axe guarantees that that is going to happen. Usually doesn't. That's an appeal to pathos. It's basically, they want you to feel the way the person in the commercial feels, or they want you to just feel a certain way.